The show's going to sound a little bit different today. Why? Because I'm not broadcasting out of the studio. I'm not broadcasting from my home in Sedona, Arizona. I'm broadcasting from Fresh Paws of Bel Air, in Bel Air. What a great day it is. I'm looking around. I'm surrounded by dogs and cats for adoption, those that need special homes. And by the way, coming up a little bit later, I don't often do this, but I'm going to ask for a very special favor from my audience. I have 2 dogs here that must be adopted together. I'm going to share this story with you later on. They belong to a woman who survived the Holocaust, and now we need to find homes for these 2 German Shepherds. I'll go over that story with you guys later, but open up your hearts. We're going to help find them a home. Also, coming up on today's show, I had an argument with someone this week. What a shock. Warren had an argument with someone. Someone said to me that dogs do not know when we're crying, that dogs and cats do not understand when we're upset or when we're sad. And after I punched him, I told him he was wrong. The bottom line is, of course, our pets know when we're sad, and we're going to prove it because there's a brand new study. Also coming up on today's show, OCD. I suffered with it when I was growing up. Now your pets can have obsessive-compulsive order. How many people listening right now have a dog or cat that spins around or chases things that they don't see, goes after their tail? Well, we're going to talk about that coming up. 70 KRLA, 866-870-5752. By the way, the question of the week here, very simple question. Do your pets know when you're sad? Do your pets know when you're sad? I want to know, again, that number, 866-870-KRLA. Once again, we're a very special show today. Some great groups here. I see Bichon and Buddies here. There's like 20 Bichon Frizzes, Bitch and Frizzies as I call them, that are ready for adoption. Pug Nation is here. Best Friends is over there. New Leash on Life. Serenity Kitten Rescue is here. Westside German Shepherd Rescue is here. Great, great people. If you're not here yet, you should be. Come on down and join me. We're broadcasting live today from Fresh Paws of Bel Air. It's in the, what's the name? I got a card here somewhere that I put together with exact address and phone number. I'll get that for you in a couple of seconds. But the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Let's see, how about we start out with a phone call right off the bat? Let's go to Roberta calling from Roberta, you're calling from Sherman Oaks. You could have got your butt down here. Hey, Roberta, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Warren?
I'm doing fabulous today. We're just around the corner, a quick drive.
Well, I would, except I have a almost 3-month-old puppy who doesn't like being in the car from his first visit to me 2 days ago.
It's the way you people in Sherman Oaks drive. That's the way your dog doesn't like being in your car.
Maybe.
What kind of dog do you have? What kind of dog do you have, Roberta?
I just bought a purebred Papillon, beautiful.
A little
puppy.
butterfly dog, yeah.
Very, very smart. In fact, a little too smart for me, I'm afraid. I've read your book. Once you gave me some vitamins for my friend's dog, so I've got vitamins. I'm all ready to go, except I have a million questions. What are the most important things to do for your dog in order to make sure that he grows into a healthy, happy puppy and dog?
All right, the most important thing that anyone can do for a new puppy come into their house is the S word. Yeah? Socialize, 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 and socialize. The training should begin right now. A lot of people, even a lot of trainers and behaviorists will tell you, don't start training your dog till they're 5 or 6 months old. I start working with dogs at 8 weeks old, and let me tell you why. Dogs go through 4 stages of psychological growth: neonatal, imprint, juvenile, and adult. It takes humans 21 years. It takes a dog 12 months. So at 8 weeks old, he's about ready to enter the terrible 2. So the same energy and the same intelligence used to teach him something wrong can be focused on right. So go back to the pages in my book and start your training right now, immediately. Make it short periods, 5 minutes at a time. Always end on a positive note, and the dog should always be smiling when you're finished. That's the most important thing to do right now.
Are there things to do to make sure that the puppy is eating properly?
How old did you say the puppy was?
He's almost 3 months old.
I'm just looking at a loose dog. 3 months old. You should be feeding the dog probably 4 times a day, although 3 times a day would be fine. But they need to be fed frequently. And just remember, 3 months old, about 15 to 20 minutes after the dog eats, that's when they're going to have to go. When a puppy first wakes up, that's when they're going to have to pee and poop. So those are good indications. Get them outside at that point. And when the dog does go outside, you need to praise and sing and dance and make him think he just hit the lottery.
Well, I'm kind of a nervous first mother. This is the first time I've been a mother to a puppy ever, and I'm 63. So this is a wild adventure for both
What
of
made you,
us.
just out of curiosity, I mean, I'm glad you got the puppy, but just out of curiosity, what prohibited you from adopting an older dog?
First of all, I wanted a dog that I could grow old with, so I wanted to start with a puppy. And I fell in love with the Papillon breed. And I did look for some Papillon rescues, but they're not very prevalent here in California.
Yeah, there's more Papillon rescues more in the on the East Coast than there would be on the West Coast. But I saw a Papillon at a shelter in L.A. the other day. But you got this puppy. It's great. The most important thing, start the training young. Socialize with people. Socialize the puppy with other dogs. Feed it frequently. And remember this. This is the key to training. Positive motivation. Make it fun for the dog. If it's not fun for the dog, if it's not fun for you, nobody's going to enjoy it and no one's going to learn. And that's what you need to do at that point. How does that help you out a bit there?
Yes, it did. I just have one more question, if I may.
Sure, go ahead.
There's somebody just, okay. The dog got underfoot. There's an older dog named Missy, who is a 5-year-old Papillon, and we're trying to determine how we get them together.
Okay, the first thing. First, let me...
Missy into Toby's life.
You need to do it on neutral territory. Think about another woman coming into your house and sitting in your bathroom using your makeup. You're not going to feel too comfortable. So take the puppy outside, introduce him to the other Papillon on neutral territory, short periods of time, always end on a positive note. He'll come around just fine. But just remember, neutral territory. If another guy comes into my garage, it's on. If another woman came into your house, I'm sure it would be on. So let them get to know each other for short periods of time away from their homes.
Thank you. You've been really very special. And
wait, I want to send you something. What can I send you? I want to send you a gift. Hold on. I know you got my book. I know you got my vitamins. But you know what? This is going to be a horrendous flea season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to send you some all-natural herbal flea spray. How's that? And I appreciate the call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. If the show sounds a little bit different today, it's not my fault, folks. We're broadcasting live from an incredible location, Fresh Paws of Bel Air. Let me tell you while I'm here. Fresh Paws of Bel Air is a pet store that does not sell puppies. It only has dogs that are rescue dogs from the shelters in Los Angeles. So these dogs need forever homes, but until they get those forever homes, they're well taken care of, they're seen by veterinarians, they're socialized, and behaviorists come in and work with them. So if you're looking for that perfect dog, come on out today. Literally, I bet you there's got to be 75 or 80 dogs for adoption here. Let me give you the address. It's at the Beverly Glen Center, or you can call for directions at 310-470-7297, 310-470-7297. Here's the story. Raja and Rani. Rani or Rainey? Raja and Rainey, I believe it is. Right? Is it Rainey? Rani. Raja and Rani are two 7-year-old shepherds that have been together since they've been... You know what? Why don't you come here? You talk on the microphone. Come here. This is one of the caretakers. We'll talk the story together. What's your first name again? I'm sorry. Rebecca. So Raja and Rani are 7 years old, okay? Now, the woman who lives with them right now is an 87-year-old woman from a Holocaust survivor from the Ukraine.
Yes.
Her daughter, I understand, is 50 years old, passed away when?
About 4 years ago.
The daughter passed away 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Her husband remarried relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And now he's kicking the mother out of the house. This 90-year-old woman out of the house, and she can't take the dogs with her.
No, because she doesn't even have a place to stay now herself. So they're looking to put her in an apartment, hopefully with one of her grandsons that are pretty much useless.
Yeah.
So he just wants to make more money on the house. That's why he wants her out of it.
Okay, so he's kicking her out of the house, and if these two dogs don't find a home by Tuesday, they're going to wind up at a shelter or euthanized, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So now you got part of the story. That's just part of the story, folks. I met these two dogs. I met Raja. I met Ronnie this morning. And I'm so glad, Rebecca, that you were able to bring them down, because this is such a sad story. This is the story about people need to understand that when you have a pet, it's really important to put them in a pet trust or some type of will so they're taken care of if, heaven forbid, something happens to you. But I can't believe, and I'm only hearing one side of the story, but I can't believe that this 87-year-old woman's son-in-law is such a jerk that he's kicking her out of the house and threatening to kill the two dogs.
Yeah, he said he was going to put them down if they didn't find a home.
This was his wife's dogs. What kind of man does this?
Well, he remarried very quickly, so obviously he didn't care too much
It's the memory of his wife, these two dogs. Anyway, I met these two dogs. Now, they're being groomed as we speak. The great people, Linda and Eileen here at Fresh Paws of Bel Air, they're like family now to me. What an incredible group they are. They are grooming these dogs. When I met the dogs today, they were obviously outside. Their ears are chewed up by flies, but they're getting a bath now. They're getting their makeover. We call it from wags to riches. And once they're made over, we need a home for them. And if we don't find a home, at least a foster home or a rescue group. As I said, any rescue group that takes them, I will personally donate $500 for their care to make sure they're taken care of properly. But they must be adopted together. And let me tell you, if Raja and Ronnie are adopted together, we're going to make them celebrities. I'm being videographed today by my friend Brad, who does all the videography for the website, thepetshow.com, and other websites too. But we're going to take some film later of Raji and Ronnie after they're made over, and we're going to show them, and I'm going to put them up on the website. We're going to try to get them up there as fast as we can, Brad.
Thank you so much.
Because we need to find a home for these dogs. I am not going to be able to sleep until Raja and Ronnie have a home. So those in my audience, my listeners, if you can help out or if you know someone, you can give me a call. Let me give you guys a phone number to call. Call this number. This is your number, right, Joy? This is my good friend Joy from Rescue Me, Inc., one of those humane societies I'm on the board for. The phone number is 818-999-2400. 818-999-2400. And folks, I am on a mission today. You know what? There's no such thing as overdoing it as long as it's healthy. Exercise, good food, as long as it's healthy, there's no such thing as overdoing it. If the dog gains weight, but it just sounds to me like you and your wife need a date night. You know, get a pet sitter to come in, get a date night, and that's what you need. Hey, Roger, I got to move on. Can I send you something?
Yes.
What do you want? Oh, you want my book? Hold on, you're going to get a copy of my book. Let me just say right for the moment. Remember the dogs I've been talking about all day? The two German Shepherds that are going to be killed on Tuesday? Well, they just came down. Linda and Eileen, their grooming staff here, groomed these two German Shepherds. You can't even recognize them. They look like Rin Tin Tin. Snuggles, did you growl at him? Snuggles, my little two-legged chihuahua, just growled at the German Shepherd. They both, Raja, I can't believe what an amazing job you guys did. Who groomed them? Did you guys groom? What's your name? Asami, and what a great job you guys did. In fact, after the show, I'm hopping up into the tub myself. Look at these two dogs. These two dogs that were still, by the way, Rebecca, still scheduled to be killed on Tuesday. The owner of these dogs is killing these dogs on Tuesday. They must be adopted. I feel like a huckster here. I don't mean to be, folks, but these two dogs are absolutely lovable. They've been kissing me all morning. They're beautiful. They need some TLC. If we find a foster home, I'm going to be donating money, and Fresh Paws of Bel Air already raised some money here to donate as well. Please, I don't ask that often for favors. Please adopt these dogs, and I promise I will be on the phone with you as often as you need with any behavioral issues. I will be there until these problems are resolved. Dina, one of the trainers here at Fresh Paws of Bel Air, said she'll donate her time. So you have well-trained dogs that are loving, two dogs. And you know what? I'm looking in the eyes of these two dogs, and I guarantee you, if you adopt these two dogs, they will pay you back every day for the rest of their lives. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. And we are back on The Pet Show, broadcasting live. They were just about out of time, but you guys can also come on down. I'll be broadcasting my national Canadian show for the next 2 hours right here at Fresh Paws of Bel Air. If you need directions, the phone number is... I'll give you that phone number in just a second, I promise. The phone number is 310-470-7297. Come on out, bring your dogs down. I love to have that. Let me just give you a couple of updates. As you know, we have a lot of rescue groups here today. Westside German Shepherd, Best Friends, New Leash on Life, Pug Nation, Bichon. I just heard that the Bichon and Friends ran out of dogs. They adopted all the Bichon. They're out of dogs. How is that possible? And so they're going to get some more dogs. So we'll have more dogs for adoption here a little bit later today. So come on out and say hello. Until next week, remember to give all your pets a hug and a kiss. Now stay tuned for Living Pet Free with my good friend Anita and Dr. Mark Darrow coming up right here on 870 KRLA. The Answer. We'll be back here next week. Until then, give those dogs a hug. And you know, the hug and kiss right between the ears, that special one for me. I'm Warren Eckstein, and this has been The Pet Show. my dog will